am with John Magee, the minister of Perry Baptist Church, actually in the church, which is quite nice. We're in one of the rooms at the back, so I'm hoping that this is all okay audibly, and we have got the wonderful ladies in the other room doing the flower arrangements here for the church, so we might even get them to pop in and say hello in a few moments. Good morning, John. How are you today?
Good morning, I'm doing well, thanks, and it's good to be able to spend this time with you.
Great, lovely, thank you, and thank you for the coffee, it's marvellous. We're going to have a little chat with John today, a few different things actually. We're going to start off, John is also an author as well as being a minister here at Baptist Church. John was interviewed back in 2020 and again in 21 by Ernie here on Black Cat Radio. So we're just jumping back to that interview in 2020, John. You did talk about the books that you had written. Can you remind us the titles of those books?
Yes, the first one was called From Barren Rocks to Living Stones, and it's a book that told about my teenage experiences living in a place called Aden in the south of what is now known as Yemen, and it was during a time of terrorism and the British evacuation out, 66, 67. The evacuation was 67, and so a very important time of my life. And Paradise Island, Heavenly Journey, goes back a wee bit further, goes back to my time as a youngster in a place called Singapore,
right,
in the Far East. And that was towards the end of the British colonial presence.
So, and what's happening with the books? Have you written more, or are you developing the books? What's the next stage in this journey?
Next stage, I'm thinking about, how about making it an audiobook?
Right, yes, good idea.
Some of us like reading, and some of us would love to read, but we just can't get around to it. So if we can make it into an audiobook.
Absolutely, or maybe even a podcast or something,
yeah,
because you say a lot of people maybe can't read for any particular reason, and so that sounds ideal, absolutely.
Yeah. Not that I want to take people away from radio, but you know, when a lot of people listen to the radio driving, well, you could listen to the book when you're driving.
Absolutely, yes, that is a good idea, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll keep a check of that then. We'll certainly let us know what's happening on that front, because that would be great. We could maybe play it on the radio, which would be good.
Yes.
So having a little chat now, John, about the Baptist Church here in Perry. Can you tell us a little bit about? So you came here in 2019. Am I right in thinking that?
I started here August 2019.
Right.
So I came just in time for the pandemic.
Right. Yeah. Good timing. Probably was good timing. Having said that.
What a great way of getting to meet people. Everybody's locked in.
Yes. Yes.
So August 2019 I came here. And so just over 3 years I've been here now. But despite that kind of beginning, I feel I've really settled in.
Yes, absolutely.
People have really made me feel at home, despite all those circumstances.
And hopefully getting busier again.
Yes.
So am I right in thinking that Perry Baptist Church used to be part of a group of churches? The Trinity Village churches?
That's correct. It was before my time.
Right.
So I can't tell you a lot about that. But yes, it was part of a group of churches of Buckton, Offord, and Great Stoughton.
And is this the only one left?
It is now.
Right.
But what a wonderful church.
Yes.
You expect me to
say
that?
Well, yeah, it is. Well, absolutely. And I'm here today, actually, and it's a lovely church. It's got a lovely feeling, a lovely atmosphere. Yes, it does feel welcoming and warm, literally warm because the heating's on. But yes, it is a lovely church, and there's a lot more going on here, I believe, than people maybe initially realise. And we're going to take a little break for a music track, and then we're going to find out some of the things that are going on here.
Okay.
Thank you again for joining me, John, on the radio today. We were just talking as we parted for that track. We were talking about what is happening here at Perry Baptist Church, in addition to the usual Sunday services. And what time is your service on a Sunday?
10:30.
10:30, right, excellent. But I understand that there are other things going on here as well for the community, things where people can come along and join in and have a chat with people. What's going on?
Yeah. May I just say that we are meeting every week on a Thursday. We are meeting every week on at 10:30.
Right.
But in addition to that, for those who can't get up in the morning, we have once a month an evening service at 6.
Excellent, right. Oh,
so
lovely.
There's a choice.
Yes.
And it's good for people to have a choice, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I must admit, I do love an evensong, actually.
Okay.
So, yes, that's really good.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to come along,
Thank
Gilly.
you very much.
And you can bring your voice.
Well, you'll hear me on Thursday, so we'll talk about that in a minute. And then you have a coffee morning as well, I believe.
Yes, we have for some time been doing a drop-in once a month. Call it a drop-in because I don't know why, but some men seem to think coffee morning means ladies.
Right.
But we all have coffee.
Yes. Yeah.
So we were doing that once a month, and we've now started. Last month we started doing this twice a month, so we've doubled it up.
Right. Excellent.
So every first Monday and every third Monday of the month, between 10 and 12, people can just drop in. They can have coffee, they can have tea, they can have hot chocolate, they can have biscuits, they can even have toast.
I was going to say, I thought I saw some toast on there.
Yeah.
So the next one, I believe, is the 21st.
It's the 21st.
Well, I've got my eye on the hot chocolate, I must admit.
And it's not a fundraising thing.
No.
Sometimes people think churches are here just to make money. It's not a fundraising thing. The church is one of the few institutions where it's there for the people outside.
For the community.
That's right,
yes.
for the community. And so it's not fundraising, it's an opportunity for the community to come together.
Absolutely.
And particularly in these times, we're going through winter, it's going to be a cold time compared to the summer, whatever the forecast
and especially
is.
with the heating situation, it's nice to have somewhere to go and have a chat, have, as you say, a piece of toast and a hot chocolate and chat with other people and community spirit type thing, which is important. Yeah. Absolutely. So spread the word on that. And then as well, next Thursday, this Thursday in fact, the 17th, is the carol service, which we here at Black Cat Radio are recording, which will be broadcast. 7:30, I believe.
Yes, that's correct. 7:30.
Yeah. I think, is it doors open at 7?
Doors open at 7.
Right.
And a 7:30 start. And if you come before 7, you're going to be in the way of the technicians. So
right.
that's why we kind of phrase it that way.
Yes.
And 7:30, we're here seated for then we won't have any creaking doors.
No.
Not that our doors creak.
Absolutely fantastic. And then just sort of one final thing to talk about. Lots going on obviously across the country, various things, cost of living, heat, etc. Particular concerns within our parish. John, what are you finding? Are you finding people's particular concerns are coming here in the church?
Yes, I think nationally, beyond our national borders, but certainly nationally, people are talking about the cost of living. They're talking about the energy crisis, and even it doesn't necessarily mean people are broke, but they are concerned. And how we're going to overcome the energy crisis. And let's face it, why have 300 homes opening up for 300 families to have coffee and the tea when we can all get together in one place?
Absolutely.
And we're only heating one room.
Yes, absolutely. So get yourselves down here on the 21st and have a cup of coffee and have a chat. And I think, as we were saying earlier, sometimes people don't want to talk about their issues.
No.
Maybe people feel there's stigma about their issues. And sometimes it's not about talking yourself about your own issues, but if you go along and have a coffee and hear other people talking about the same issues, that can actually sometimes relieve your own burden, just knowing that it's not just you, there are other people feeling the same. I think that helps people as well, so that's an important thing. So definitely a great community place here at Perry Baptist Church, something here for everybody.
Yes, and I'm always interested to know if there's any needs. I do walk around the community. It's like the old thing about the bobby and the beat.
Yes.
You don't see the bobby, well, they're there, they're just driving around.
Yes.
And I like to walk.
Yes, like you say, I think, and going back, depending on age groups, but yes, that was quite a big thing. You always knew who your parish, in my case, parish priest, but you always knew who your parish minister or priest was. They were a part of the community.
Sure.
And I think that's still an important part of communities, something that's maybe been overlooked.
Yes. Yeah, this is the only church in the community.
Yeah.
So the churches in Perry are united.
No. No, that's splendid. Thank you, John. It's been really interesting talking to you today. here on Black Cat Radio. Thank you very much for joining me. And I would just one last reminder then, everybody, the carol service is here on Thursday the 17th. Doors open at 7. We should be kick-starting it off at 7:30, so do come along and join in with the Christmas carols. Thank you very much. You've been listening to Gilly Lee on Black Cat Radio's Your Voice, talking to John Magee, minister at Perry Baptist Church. Thanks, John.
Thank you.